Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. Our top story today is the high-stakes Rajya Sabha polls, a battle for 15 seats spread across the states of Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka and Himachal Pradesh. Both Himachal Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh witnessed cross-voting today by Congress and Samajwadi Party MLAs. In Himachal Pradesh, even as 3 independents supporting the Congress voted for the BJP, there are questions being raised on the future of the Congress state government in Himachal Pradesh. But the CM there, Sukhwinder Sukhu, has made a serious allegation that 6 MLAs have been whisked away. Samajwadi Party too floundered with 8 MLAs skipping the dinner called by Akhilash Yadav and later reportedly helping the BJP to push through its 8th surprise candidate, businessman Sanjay Seth. In fact, Samajwadi Party MLA and leader Manoj Kumar Pandey on Tuesday resigned from the post of party chief whip as the day began. One of the SP MLAs said that he would be guided by Ram Lalla himself, while another said she would not vote for either Alok Ranjan, a former bureaucrat, or actor-turned-politician Jaya Bachchan, the candidates that SP had nominated, because they don't come under the PDA sections, which is Pichda, Dalit and Alpsankyak sections of the society, which is the party's catchment section and also the catchphrase for 2024 elections. Now, a silver lining of good news for the opposition, however, came from Karnataka. BJP MLA ST Somashekar cross-voted in favour of the Congress, and the Congress in Karnataka largely kept its flock together, winning the 3 seats as expected. We are going to unpack all that for you today, even as the results trickle in. But first, let's look at the reactions.
आपने अभी देखा कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता बार-बार आके बोल रहे हैं कि वोट क्यों डालने दिया। अगर आप वोट ही नहीं डालने देंगे तो कैसे लोकतंत्र और राज्य सभा में चुनावों में वोटों की गिनती कैसे शुरू होगी। कितनी देर इन्होंने वोटों की गिनती को रोकी है। मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो हिमाचल इकाई के जो नेता है उनको कहना चाहूँगा, सब्र रखिए और इतना ज़्यादा लोगों को दबाव में मत डालिए।
सर, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? जीत गए आप, बट दूसरा कैंडिडेट तो हार गए।
नहीं, चुनाव में ये हार जीत तो होता है।
One candidate is won, which was expected. The fact that the second candidate was pushed on this contest, the accusation is that it was primarily to test the Congress. Do you feel that it was a failed effort?
No. We have got what votes we are supposed to get. We have got, and there were some doubts about few people. That is clear now. One vote has gone to the other side. Now other person didn't come to vote. So there is a clarity about that vote. Then as far as JDS vote is concerned, the Congress was saying that we'll be getting a few votes from the JDS and all these things. The JDS has maintained to get all its 19 votes, plus the BJP has given it some excess votes also. So there was no effort from BJP as such to go and get the Congress votes. But among the Congress cadre, there was a talk that there is a lot of displeasure among the elected representatives of the Congress, how the governance is going on, all those things.
ये जो टूट हुई है इस पर सर क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, ये टूट पहले से पता थी और इसलिए पता थी कि ये लोग समाजवादी पार्टी के कार्यक्रम में नहीं आए। पहले दिन आए, फिर खाने पे नहीं आए, और जब खाने पे नहीं आए तो चर्चाएं जो थीं वो ये था कि कुछ पैकेज मिलने जा रहा है, किसी को मंत्री बनाया जाएगा, किसी को सिक्योरिटी मिलेगी, किसी को कुछ और पैकेज मिलेगा। मैं तो आपसे कहूँगा कि वो अंतरात्मा के माध्यम से वोट दिए हैं। हम तो आपसे कहेंगे कम से कम अंतरात्मा से ये तो बता दें पैकेज क्या था।
अगले जी कितने लोग हैं?
अभी कुछ नहीं गिनती हैं, जो दिखाई दिए हैं, जो सरकार के साथ बैठे दिख रहे हैं उतने ही दिख रहे हैं, 1-2 और होगा।
कार्रवाई क्या होगा?
पार्टी से विदा हो जाए, नमस्कार उनको।
बहुत तो आपने देखा अखिलेश यादव जिन्होंने साफ कहा कि जो भी बगावत किया है वो पार्टी से बाहर जाएगा, और एनडीटीवी से बात करते हुए अखिलेश यादव ने साफ कहा कि अंतरात्मा की आवाज़ से अपना वोट किसी और को देने वाले विधायकों पर कड़ी कार्रवाई की जाएगी। लखनऊ से कैमरा पर्सन राज गुप्ता के साथ रणवीर।
I have my colleagues Mohammad Ghazali reporting from Chandigarh, Tanishq Punjabi joining us from Lucknow, and Pratibha Raman joining us from Bengaluru. Ghazali, over to you first, because the most interesting state today seems to be Himachal Pradesh. The ruling state government is a Congress party, and let alone the independents, the party wasn't even sure of its own MLAs today. But a very serious accusation by the Chief Minister Sukhwinder Sukhu regarding missing MLAs. Tell us what is happening.
See, as far as the voting is concerned, the voting has been done. As far as counting is concerned, there are allegations and counter allegations. First, the BJP leader, the leader of opposition and former Chief Minister Mr. Jairam Thakur has accused CM Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu of violating the Model Code of Conduct. The allegations include that Mr. Sukhu sent chopper into Punjab's Hoshiarpur to bring in one Congress MLA from Himachal Pradesh for the voting, and he said that this is the violation of Model Code of Conduct. The Chief Minister in turn says that 6 Congress MLAs are missing. The Haryana police took them away from Shimla and they have brought them to Panchkula's in Panchkula, in Haryana's Panchkula district, and they are putting up in PWD rest house. As far as the numbers goes, BJP managed to get 6 votes or 6 MLA, a vote of 6 MLAs of Congress and vote of 3 independent MLAs. So that makes it to 34. There are only 68 MLAs in the House. Congress have 40 MLAs, and yet they have not been able to manage an easy victory because the BJP has put up Harsh Mahajan as their candidate, and now with the cross voting, as we are picking up that 9 MLAs have done cross voting. 3 independent MLAs have voted for the BJP and 6 Congress MLAs have voted for the BJP. So this is not just this will not just have an impact on the Rajya Sabha poll results, but will also impact the Lok Sabha elections later. But as of now, the bigger story is that perhaps BJP is also planning to move a no confidence motion against the Himachal government as the session ends on 29th of Feb. So it all depends on today's results, whether Congress's candidate Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi manages to earn a victory today, or it will go to the last mile.
Right, allegations and counter allegations there. Thank you, Ghazali. Tanishq, right from the start of the day when we saw, the chief whip actually resigning, multiple MLAs seem to have cross-voted, SAPA MLAs, and many of these MLAs actually come from Amethi, Raebareli and Ayodhya. And, if you listen to them, some of them are saying that they're listening to Antaratma, some of them are saying that they're listening to Ram Lalla. And we also saw Pallavi Patel talking very clearly about PDA politics. Now, was the Samajwadi Party even prepared for something like this? And how is the party reacting now?
Well, of course, there are discussions taking place within the party, and Akhilash Yadav has called for a press conference tomorrow at 11 a.m. and we are hoping and expecting that this would be about the alleged cross-voting that has taken place today. But Vasudha, I would like to tell you, so since in this there is no whip issued, so there is of course no anti-defection here, and at the same time the chief whip also has resigned, and so if the Samajwadi Party expels the MLAs from their party, then again there will be no anti-defection involved, and they will be free to join any party unless they resign on their own. So of course this looks like a win-win situation for the NDA, because it is likely that they are not going to leave the party themselves, and if Akhilash Yadav, if Samajwadi Party expels them from the party for those who have cross-voted, they are free to join any political party and very much will be the member of the assembly. So yes, this is of course what can happen next, and the Akhilash Yadav has called for a press conference, but right now the voting is going on. The voting is going on. There were of course some sour relations between Pallavi Patel and Akhilash Yadav. There was a phone call which Pallavi Patel did not clearly deny as well, and said, let us focus on where I casted my vote. It was I casted my vote for the PDA. But yes, of course, it is very interesting to see, somehow around 103 Samajwadi Party MLAs were the Samajwadi Party was not able to keep all the 100 MLAs together, but the BJP has of course more than twice the number here in assembly. So very interesting to see here. And yes, of course, Samajwadi Party, we can't say, were they actually aware, right, were they actually expecting this? Because Akhilash Yadav did call everybody for dinner, where 8 of them, which have the allegations of cross-voting, did not come for the dinner. Yes. So that's an evolving story there. Thank you, Tanishq. Pratibha, also tell us the story of this 5th candidate, Kupendra Reddy, who clearly seems to have lost out. But JDS fielded him knowing fully well that they didn't have the numbers for it. And Congress, of course, went back to resort politics, but it did work well for the party this time, isn't it?
Well, in fact, there are two things over here. One is that it has been repeated attempts made by the JDS to see that they could break the Congress. And number two, the JDS was also wanting to test its own strength there. But unfortunately, this has backfired for the JDS. And in terms of the cross voting or the fears that were doing the rounds, especially after the fifth candidate that was nominated by the NDA there and the JDS candidate Kupendra Reddy, like you mentioned, there were fears of poaching, and the Congress did also try to show its strength by herding them all to one of the hotels in Bengaluru, the Hilton Hotel there yesterday, where there was also the CLP meeting, that is the Congress Legislature Party meeting. But then it turned out that one of the BJP rebel candidates or the MLAs did cross vote and selected a Congress candidate in turn. And one of the other BJP rebels did not turn up for voting, and this kind of proved to be a comfortable win for the Congress here. The three candidates from the Congress slid to a victory there as far as the Rajya Sabha election is concerned, and the BJP candidate, of course, but JDS seems to have lost out here. The NDA or the BJP JDS alliance seems to, if you have to look at the Rajya Sabha election as a reflection of the Lok Sabha election, well, things did not really go well as far as the BJP JDS alliance. And whether after the sweeping victory of the Congress in the Karnataka Assembly election, they have now won the Rajya Sabha election as well, and they're comfortably poised for the Lok Sabha election now. Well, all eyes are on Lok Sabha election as far as the Congress is concerned here.
Well, thank you, Pratibha, for joining us with those details. Joining me now is Salman Sos from the Congress, RP Singh from the BJP, and Neeja Chaudhary, who's a senior journalist, author, and political analyst. Thank you, all of you, for joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Sos, coming to you first. Why do you think, sir, that the Congress managed to keep its flock together in Karnataka, but not in Himachal Pradesh? Is it to do with state leadership? Because, you know, the state government in Himachal Pradesh was formed just 14 months ago, and Congress has a comfortable majority. But today, the party was not sure of its own MLAs, let alone the independents.
I think the real question before us is not about why one party is able to keep its flock together or not. The real question in front of the Indian public is what is happening to Indian democracy? These kinds of contests where parties have won a certain number of legislative seats, and then based on that they elect Rajya Sabha members. There should not really be the kind of attack that the BJP launches every time this dirty political party launches attacks, tries to poach MLAs, tries to do things that people have not voted for. The people of Himachal Pradesh voted for the Congress party. Mr. Sukhu is the chief minister. But BJP, led by the Prime Minister and Amit Shah, they do not respect the verdict of the people. They are just not, they have no shame. So they keep trying to do this. They've done it in Uttar Pradesh. If you do not respect the verdict of the people, that just means that you're intoxicated with power. And those people who are intoxicated, who become arrogant, ultimately, the people of the country will kick them out. They should mind it. And they should keep in mind that when the shoe is on the other side, it may cause them a lot of pain too. So I think the people of the country can see what's going on. They saw what happened in Chandigarh. You know, you cannot put anything beyond the BJP. They basically rigged an election in front of television cameras.
Okay, let me ask this to Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, how would you respond to these allegations? Because both the Congress, like Mr. Sos is pointing out, and Samajwadi Party have accused the BJP of not just luring its candidates, but also using anti-democratic measures. How would you respond to these allegations, sir?
Well, I thought you'll talk to Mr. Sos about what happened in Karnataka. They do what they have done in Karnataka is right. Does he approve of what they have done in Karnataka?
Mr. Sos, would you respond to that? Because resort politics is as anti-democratic as anything else is.
Yes, I will respond. Let me respond very quickly.
Can I complete, please?
Okay, Mr. Singh. Okay, let Mr. Singh complete. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, Mr. Sos. Let Mr. Singh complete. I'll give you a chance to respond. Yes. Yes, Mr. Singh, please go on.
And also, what has happened in Himachal is that people were not allowed to go to Ram Temple. And they have revolted against suppressing their cultural roots. And then so was the case in Uttar Pradesh. I mean, the chief whip is on record saying that I said Jai Shri Ram and I was not allowed to go to the Ram temple. I was not allowed to visit the Ram temple. I mean, you can have your politics, you can do your dirty politics, but don't suppress people's cultural roots. I mean, don't suppress on people's cultural philosophy. And that's what Congress has done, and that's what Samajwadi Party has done, and that's the outcome of this suppression. And also, they need to do the introspection. We will also do the introspection in Karnataka. What's wrong with us? We are not accusing and we are not pointing fingers toward Mr. So's party, or we are not talking about how the Deputy CM is known for doing what he does. We know all that. And if you talk about money, power, I mean, remember 300 crore rupees plus was there found in one of the member parliament of the Congress party. It is one of the boroughs of the Congress party. There will be many more like this in the country. We don't know. So they can keep accusing us, but fact is that people are not happy with the Congress leadership. They have revolted against Congress leadership. It's not the MLAs only. It's the leaders like Ashok Chavan, Milan Dora, Baba Siddiqui. I mean, Baba Siddiqui has not joined BJP. He has joined NCP. Mr. Chaku. I mean, there are people who have joined other parties also. So you need to manage your house better than accusing others. And I am accepting that. We'll look into the matter, what is the problem with Karnataka, and we'll work it out.
Right. Mr. Sos, would you like to respond to that before I go to Neerja, ma'am? Like Mr. Singh is saying that the Congress needs to put its house in order first before raising these allegations.
Yeah, sure. So first about Karnataka, I think it is clear to everybody who watches this television show, people sitting at home, that in this day and age, anybody not going with BJP is in danger. So the fact that somebody voted against the BJP, knowing full well that we were going to have these seats in Karnataka anyway and BJP would get one seat, that just tells you that truly must be somebody who does not care.
Okay, let me just go to Neerja ma'am first, otherwise I'll run short of time. Neerja ma'am, would you feel the candidates could have been better as opposed to, you know, former heavyweights that both Congress and even Samajwadi Party did field a few of them? You know, the parties could have given a chance to grassroots workers, which is in some ways what the BJP did. The BJP is in fact asking its ministers to actually go fight elections. And also tell us, what is the glimpse into 2024 Lok Sabha battle that you get from, you know, the Rajya Sabha polls that played out?
Look, there are 2-3 points I want to make. One, you know, the time may have come, particularly when Prime Minister Modi has talked about if he comes back to power for a third stint, to go in for transformation. And that will mean transformation of our existing systems. And the way the Rajya Sabha elections are held, I hope will be part of his agenda if he comes back to power. Because this kind of cross-voting, buying and selling of MLAs, it used to happen years and years ago when the anti-defection law was brought in. But it is not proved to be effective given the new challenges that were thrown up. So I feel that is a wider thing that the time has come to look at. Number two, it goes without saying that the Karnataka government managed its flock and the Himachal government failed to manage it. Now, even Abhishek Manu Singhvi in the last days has been talking about the possibility of the BJP poaching. You know, he has said 43 on this side and 25 on the other side. If at all they put up a candidate, it shows their intention. So they had, the Himachal government had warnings of this happening. But it has thrown up a very curious situation because you have now 34 for Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who's supposed to have voted, and 34 for his opponent. Now, given that the BJP has said the Congress party has lost his mandate in Himachal Pradesh. So it has wider ramifications now than the election of Abhishek Manu Singhvi as the Rajya Sabha candidate.
Right.
Now, I mean, it's an extraordinary situation. This kind of a tie, how it's going to be resolved, I don't know.
Right.
As for Uttar Pradesh also, the BJP has inflicted a body blow against the Samajwadi Party. You know, it was a clear case of 3 from Samajwadi Party winning and 7 from the BJP winning. And you had another 8 candidate by the BJP, an industrialist.
That's
and
right.
they seem to have, you know, inflicted this blow and Samajwadi Party has Akhilash Yadav on your channel.
So time for transformation. That is what Nisha ma'am is saying. Thank you so much for all of you for joining us. We have to go to Jairam Thakur, former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, who is basically congratulating Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah on the Rajya Sabha polls that followed today. Harsh Mahajan has won a seat from the state, and Abhishek Manu Singhvi has lost in Himachal. That is what we learned. Let's listen into what.
अभी होने तो बाकी है, लेकिन काउंटिंग कंप्लीट हुई है, ये जानकारी मिली है। और बराबर वोट 34-34 होने के पश्चात जो जानकारी है, उसका हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि पोस्टल बैलेट बराबर हुए और उसके बाद एक वोट से जीत हुई है। जो डाला गया, जो पर्ची के माध्यम से वहाँ पर रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर करने की बात कर रही है।
क्या भाजपा के कैंडिडेट जीत गया सर?
जी जी।
अभी टॉस यानी कि टॉस या पर्ची से किया जाएगा?
हाँ बिल्कुल।
अभी ड्रॉ हुआ है यानी कि 34-34
अभी टॉस, अभी रिजल्ट विधिवत घोषणा होने वाली है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ में मुझे जो जानकारी मिली है उसके मुताबिक।
सर एक बड़ी बात है,
कोई अर्थ नहीं है, कोई मतलब नहीं। सरकार इतना बड़ा बहुमत होने के बावजूद भी कांग्रेस हार गई राज्यसभा की। तो सारी चीजों को लेकर के आगे मैं सबसे पहले तो भारतीय सबसे पहले तो मैं आदरणीय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी को बधाई देता हूं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी को बधाई देता हूं, भाई अमित शाह जी को बधाई देता हूं। बहुत शानदार मुकाबले के बाद जहां जीत की संभावना नहीं थी, वहां बहुत बेहतर ढंग से जीत की तरफ हम आगे बढ़ करके अपने लक्ष्य को हासिल करने में सफल रहे हैं। और एक बार फिर से भाई हर्ष महाजन जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई और उनके साथ साथ में अपने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी का और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष बिंदल जी, सारी टीम इस काम में लगी थी और इस जीत के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई। और मुझे लगता है ये सही बात होगी हमारी, इस जीत को देखते हुए हिमाचल प्रदेश सरकार को अपने पद से मुख्यमंत्री को त्यागपत्र देना चाहिए।
कुल मिला के अब कह रहे हैं कि जब विधायकों ने
So that was former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh and BJP leader Jairam Thakur announcing that Harsh Mahajan, the BJP candidate, has won the lone Rajya Sabha seat from Himachal Pradesh. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, the Congress candidate, has lost. That is what he has said. Also adding that the BJP has won an impossible battle. It's been a day of allegations, counter-allegations, and of course, unexpected victories. But that's all we have for you in this bulletin. We'll be back in a short break.